Very good morning students and most welcome in online classes. As you know that in last class we were having the next model must, and even we have touched the first point of that model. It is about basically your for compulsion, official notification, okay, then written orders and instructions, etc. Okay, so let's have the remaining points of the same model must. Don't forget that these points are basically of your must. I told you that before. Okay, these points are your model of must. Okay, let's have these points one by one just to have the completion of the same model. The next one is for legal duty. For legal duty, example number 1. For legal duty, okay, we must wear helmet. We must wear helmet, or we can say that seat belt while driving. Okay, we must wear helmet or seat belt, we can say, while driving. Example number 2. We must not cross the red light. We must not cross the red light. We must obey the laws of legal provisions. Must obey, and then here we have must and cross, first form. We mustn't park, or we must not park our vehicles in no parking zone. I have to fill the ink in this okay, marker first, I think. Just wait for a moment. So students, we were having a point number 2 of the same model that we discussed before, must, and the point number 2 is for legal duty. For legal duty, कानूनी कर्तव्य के लिए, legal duty के लिए must आता है हमारा. Essentially we use must model for legal duty, where there is legal provisions, where there is legal action, we must proceed with the must always. Example number 1, we must wear helmet if there is a case of motorcycle, or we can say that bike, helmet. If there is a case of car, seat belt. It's a legal provision, so we must wear helmet. We must wear helmet or seat belt. We must wear helmet or seat belt. Okay, for the seat belt we use also tie. We must tie. We must tie. We must wear. You can use both the verb easily. Okay, you can use tie or wear. Okay, you can use tie or wear for wearing seat belt. There is no problem. We must wear helmet or seat belt while driving. कि जब ड्राइविंग कर रहे हो तो हमें सीट बेल्ट या फिर हेलमेट ज़रूर पहनना चाहिए. It's a legal provision. If you not wear your helmet, if you not tie your or wear a seat belt, then the traffic police officer will stop you and will basically give you or will issue a challan, a legal challan. Okay, it's a legal provision, legal duty, and you have to follow it. Where there is legal action, legal formalities, legal duty, you should use only must model. हमें हमेशा केवल must model का इस्तेमाल करना है और कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है. एग्जाम्पल नंबर 2 we have we must not cross the red light. वी मस्ट नॉट, वी क्रॉस द रेड, वी मस्ट क्रॉस द रेड लाइट, हमें रेड लाइट क्रॉस करनी चाहिए, नो वी मस्ट नॉट क्रॉस द रेड लाइट, हमें रेड लाइट क्रॉस नहीं करनी चाहिए बिकॉज इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ योर लाइफ एंड इट्स अ मैटर ऑफ लीगल एक्शन टू, ओके, लीगल एक्शन का भी है और आपकी लाइफ का भी सवाल है, वो तो स्ट्रॉन्ग एडवाइस में आ जाएगा, बट दे वी हैव लीगल ड्यूटी, राइट नाउ इट्स अ लीगल ड्यूटी दैट वी मस्ट नॉट क्रॉस द रेड लाइट, हमें रेड लाइट क्रॉस नहीं करनी चाहिए। जनरल एग्जाम्पल है, करोगे तो प्रॉब्लम होगी, लाइफ को तो है लेकिन चलान भी करता है लीगली बाय द ट्रैफिक पुलिस ऑफिसर। Example number 3 is we must obey the laws of legal provisions. We must obey the laws of legal provision. Legal provisions like we have Indian Penal Code, we have our Constitution, okay, संविधान है, Indian Penal Code IPC की धाराएं हमारी है. So we must obey the laws of legal provision. Legal provisions के जो भी laws हैं, we must follow that laws. Otherwise, if you will not follow the laws of legal provisions, okay, that the same matter will become illegal or a matter of legal actions or procedure, we can say that, okay. We must obey, हमें कानून सम्मत जो प्रावधान है, we must obey the laws of legal provision. Legal provisions के जो भी laws हैं, हमें उन्हें obey करना चाहिए, उनका पालन करना चाहिए. Legal duty है हमारी, कानूनी कर्तव्य है, moral duty नहीं है, okay. Moral duty नहीं, if there is supposed to be, if there is a matter of like equality, justice, like that, maybe these points are fraternity we have, like maybe these points are political values and social come political value, but don't forget that if you will not follow these legal laws, legal provision, you will be punished or you will be sentenced by the legal procedure, okay. Example number 4th one is we must not park. We must not park our vehicles in no parking zone, in no parking कौन सी है, no parking zone, it's a no parking zone, it's a no parking zone, okay. We must not park our vehicles in no parking zone, हमें no parking zone में अपने vehicles park नहीं करने चाहिए. It's a legal matter because it's a legal matter, actually it's a legal matter. If you park your vehicle in no parking zone, like on the public places like Chandbal we have, if the people or if the basically man and women are park their vehicle in no parking zone, okay, their vehicles basically are just are just caught by the departments, the people or departments, okay, उन्हें पकड़ लिया जाता है, ले लेते हैं वो. So we must, these examples basically are of illegal duty, where there is legal provision, legal laws, we always proceed with the must model, okay. Is that clear, students? Any question? If you have, you can ask me on my personal number, there is no problem, okay. Let's do the next point. And the next one is for strong advice. And the next one is for strong advice. And the next model is for strong advice. Strong advice, beautiful point we have, okay. Don't forget that this advice basically also used, we also use this basically advice in, we'll use this advice in should model also, but it's a matter of strong advice, okay. Let's have the same this section will be used in should model also, but the section will be only for advice, but here we have strong advice, students, okay. यहाँ पे strong advice है, so let's have example number 1. Example number 1, strong advice. Example is strong advice. Rohan, you are so weak in English. Rohan, you are so weak in English. That's why you must take extra classes. You must take extra classes. Okay, strong advice. You are suffering from high fever. you are suffering from high fever. So you must consult a doctor immediately. Must consult a doctor immediately. Okay, example number 3rd. Priya, you must not go from this way at all. Okay, student, these example basically are of your strong advice. Well, let's find out where basically strong advice lies in this example. Strong advice का मतलब होता है तीव्र सलाह. एक strong advice है ना कि तुम्हें ऐसा करना है, okay? रोहन, you are so weak. रोहन, you are so weak. रोहन, तुम काफ़ी कमज़ोर हो. So weak, बहुत ज़्यादा कमज़ोर हो. रोहन, you are so weak in English. कि इंग्लिश में तुम बहुत कमज़ोर हो. That's why, इसी वजह से you must take extra classes. तुम्हें extra classes अवश्य लेनी चाहिए. Rohan, you are so weak. Rohan, you are so weak in English. That's why you must take extra classes. इसी वजह से तुम्हें extra classes अवश्य लेनी चाहिए. The given example is of your strong advice. Okay, the given example is of your strong advice. Rohan, you are so weak in English. कि रोहन तुम इंग्लिश में काफ़ी weak हो. That's why you must take extra classes. तुम्हें extra classes लेनी चाहिए. अवश्य लेनी चाहिए. Okay, the given example is of your strong advice. एक त्रिव सलाह वाली बात है because Rohan is so poor or so weak in English. Okay. Example number 2 is you are suffering from high fever. It's a matter of high fever. Okay, if there is only a mild one or headache or a cold, we can say that, then the same will proceed with should. But if there is a case of like emergency, like high fever or any other critical disease, then there is the same example will proceed with the must model. You are suffering from high fever, so इसलिए you must consult a doctor. You must consult a doctor immediately. तुम्हें जो है तुरंत ही जो immediately डॉक्टर से कंसल्ट करना चाहिए. You are suffering from high fever. You are suffering from high fever. तुम high fever से सफ़र कर रहे हो. So you must consult a doctor immediately. तुम्हें तुरंत ही जो है डॉक्टर से कंसल्ट करना चाहिए. Priya, you must not go from this way at all. Priya, you must not go. You must not. Priya, you must not go from this way at all. कि तुम्हें इस रास्ते से बिल्कुल नहीं जाना चाहिए. Priya will ask you a question. Why was the reason behind it? I'm getting late from my office. What's the reason behind it? Exactly just after 2 kilometers, this way is under construction. Just after 2 kilometers, this way is under construction. और कोई और problem possible है. But as a strong advice, we are telling to Priya that Priya, you must not go from this way. तुम्हें इस रास्ते से नहीं जाना चाहिए. You must not do this. Okay? You must not speak in this manner. Okay? You must behave properly. You must wear decent clothes. Okay? You must speak in the decent language. You must behave in a decent manner like that. You must walk properly. Lots of example we can have. Okay, is it clear? You must not drive your vehicles in this way. You must not do this way. You must not do like that. You must not sleep there like that. You must not cut the trees like that. Strong advice. Lots of examples we have, even without reasons and codes, students. Okay, but where there is strong advice, you should proceed with the must model. Example तो बहुत सारे, कोई कमी नहीं है. Just clear your concept. Okay, it's all about you for strong advice. Let's have a strong possibility. Okay, next model is next section is for the must model for strong possibility. For strong possibility. Example number 1, possibility. Okay, don't forget that we discussed about the same section is may model 2. In may model, in could 1 2, in can 1 2 basically. Okay, in can be actually discuss that where there is a theoretical possibility the model will proceed with can, and in may we discuss that where there is possibility 50-50, the same will proceed with may. If there is a possibility, remote possibility, if there is a matter of remote possibility, the same will proceed with your might. But right now we have strong possibility. Right now we have strong possibility. Okay, let's set strong possibility, students. Okay, strong possibility जहाँ पे where there is the possibility of 100%, nearly, जहाँ पे उसका होने का 100% रहेगा, near possible, strong possibility. Okay, let's have example number 1, strong possibility. The leaves are moving here and there. The leaves are moving here and there. Someone must be. Someone must be. Someone must be there. Okay, there. Behind the car, on the roof. Okay, okay, behind the banyan tree. Lots of possibilities we can have. Okay, the leaves are moving here and there, someone must be there. Strong possibility. The dogs have been barking for a long time. That's why someone must be in our street. Okay, there are dark clouds in the sky. There are dark clouds in the sky, so it must be rain now. Okay, now you can mention now, you can mention today, you can mention after some movement. You can mention as per your translation, there is no problem. Okay, students, let's have lots of example. I'll tell you orally, there is no problem. Okay, let's clear concept. Okay, the leaves are moving here and there. The leaves are moving here and there. The leaves are moving here and there. Leaf. Okay, leaf. Leaf का plural यहाँ पे leaves है. F हटेगा, आपका vs लगेगा. I have just removed the v, f there and add vs. Okay, just to make it plural. The leaves are moving here and there. कि leaves जो है पत्तियाँ यहाँ वहाँ हिल रही है. The leaves are moving here and there. The leaves are moving here and there. There someone must. I have used full stop just to have two different sentences, because even without if you know about conjunction, students, okay, supposed to be I mentioned that, okay, that's why, okay, so we can have the conjunction like that. But if you are just having confused any conjunction, then you can just make a separation of your sentence. Easy, there is no problem. Okay, just have your sentence grammatically correct. Okay, just to show the sense of writing sentences. The leaves are moving here and there. कि पत्तियाँ यहाँ वहाँ हिल रही है. पत्तियाँ यहाँ वहाँ हिल रही है. Someone must be there. कोई अवश्य वहाँ पर होना चाहिए. कोई ज़रूर वहाँ पर होगा. Someone must be there. कोई वहाँ पर ज़रूर होगा. और उसके होने की possibility कैसी है? 100% है. Because leaves are moving here and there. Okay, the rest of the leaves of the other trees are very still in nature, but the leaves of that tree, the leaves are moving here and there. Someone must be there. Someone must be there. कोई ना कोई वहाँ पे जरूर होना चाहिए, और उसके होने की जो possibility है वो कैसी बेटा? Strong है. कैसी है? Strong है. Someone must be there. वहाँ पे जरूर कोई ना कोई होगा. The dogs have been walking. The dog have, the given example is a present perfect continuous tense, has and have plus has been and have been plus first two plus ing. The dogs have been walking for a long time. कि dogs जो है काफ़ी लंबे समय से walk कर रहे हैं. The dogs have been walking for a long time. For a long time. That's why someone must be in our street. इसी वजह से कोई ना कोई हमारी गली में ज़रूर होगा. The dogs have been walking. The dogs are walking. The dogs have been walking for a long time. Someone must. That's why. इसी वजह से conjunction. That's why. Hey, we have conjunction. That's why someone must be in the street. Someone must be in our street. कोई हमारी गली में ज़रूर होगा. The dogs have been barking. ऐसा बोलते हैं लोग जनरली कि dogs have been barking for a long time. अम्मा, someone must be in our street. That's why someone must be in our street. कि इस वजह से कोई ना कोई ज़रूर होगा हमारी गली के अंदर. But these kind of examples basically speaks about strong possibilities. जहाँ पर आप strongly बोलते हैं ऐसा ज़रूर होगा. Where there you have to use only, you should use must model. Okay. They are, मैं clouds की definition यहाँ पे clouds की not for definition, clouds के examples यहाँ बार-बार क्यों दे रहा हूँ आपको मैं. Okay, because I have mentioned two examples before in the model may, in the model might one, just to have comparative study. Just to have comparative study, so you can understand that the clouds may be the symbol of rain, but there should be the number of clouds there just to have the result of rain. For example, if there are only clouds, it may rain. It may be rain. Both the sentences are right. Already told you. The rain is also used as a verb in a sentence. It may rain. If there are few clouds, it might rain. It might be rain. If there are dark clouds, like I mentioned here, dark one, like the काले बादल हैं तो बारिश तो पक्का होगी, आज तो ज़रूर होगी तो ज़रूर, लेकिन उसके होने की पॉसिबिलिटी क्या? पूरी पॉसिबिलिटी उसकी है. श्योर होगी, गारंटी क्या ऐसा पता, लेकिन द ब्लैक क्लाउड्स बेसिकली आर सिंबल ऑफ एब्सोल्यूट रेन, वी कैन से दैट. तो वहाँ पे पॉसिबिलिटी बढ़ जाती है कंपेयर टू मेड माइट, वी कैन से दैट. ओके, सो दे आर डार्क क्लाउड्स इन द स्काई, सो इट मस्ट बी रेन नाउ. It must be rain today. It must be rain after some moments. Okay, or like that. Must be there on the roof. Must be there. Must be there behind the banyan tree. Must be there behind the car. Like lots of things you have as per your practical situation, students. Okay. All the students are present today, so we must take their class test. Okay, a practical example you can easily have. Okay. Here we have the possibility, but you should have the sense of differentiation in strong advice and strong possibility, students. Okay, so where there is the possibility, you should proceed with the must model, and where there is an advice, a strong advice, you should proceed with the, in that case, with the must model. Okay, students. And the next model is shall, and the next model is shall. Point number first is in general condition. In general, condition, just mention you know that general condition I and V. We use shall with I and V only. We use shall with I and V. In general condition, we use shall with I and V. In case of C, P and T. In case of CPT, okay, we'll use shall with he, she, it, you and they. Okay, where there we use will exactly, We use shall also in case of CPT. And CPT stand for, C stand for command, P stand for promise, and T stand for threaten. Okay, command, promise, and threaten. And last point is to express suggestion and request, to express suggestion and request with the first person in interrogative sentences. In interrogative sentences, students. So students, you can see that I have mentioned 3 points in shall model, which is of your next one just after your must, completion of must. And the point number first in shall is in general condition. In general condition we use shall. In general condition we use shall. In case of in general condition means you say the condition that is basically applied in tense. You know that whether it's a matter of future indefinite one, continuous, perfect, perfect continuous, you always use shall with I and V only. Okay, जहाँ कहीं भी आपका tense indefinite हो, चाहे continuous or future में perfect or perfect continuous, we have mentioned there we use only shall with I and V. It is known as your general condition. In case of CPT, C stands for your command, and P stands for promise, and T stands for threaten. Okay, we use a shall where we use basically will. Okay, we use shall where we use will. Don't forget that. In tense I have mentioned there when I taught you the same chapter with he, she, it, you and the exact I and V will use will, but in case of CPT in shall model the case will be just opposite. Okay, and the same thing is basically asked about the CPT in board examination. In board examination. Okay, the same thing is asked in board examination about the CPT, and CPT stand for command, promise, and threaten. If there is a case of command, promise, and threaten, then we'll use shall model where they will use will exactly. But don't forget that will not be used here in case of CPT at all. And the point number 3 is to express suggestion and request. To express suggestion and request with the first person. किसके साथ? With the first person like I when we have. Okay, I, my, me, we, ours. These are basically first person pronoun. To express suggestion and request with the first person in interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentence with the sentences will be of your interrogative, and in that sentence we have the sense of suggestion and request. Okay, by using shall model. Is that clear, students? It's all about your shall, and we'll discuss about the examples of these points in the next class. Thank you and have a nice day.